When you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing that you do? If it's roll over and check your phone, you are so not alone. Hi, I'm Carly Myers, your friendly stress management expert, and this month we're talking about time management and media overload. And I've brought on the incredible Mie Potter back onto the show to talk about this. You know, Mie is known for her calming and nurturing demeanor. And as a past mentor to those in recovery, she has the patience and training to help you uncover your negative habits and replace them with loving rituals that help serve you. She also specializes in helping you get deeply connected spiritually to find the answers from within and stop feeling alone. I have to tell you guys, Mia and I have been friends for I don't even know how many years now. And every single time we connect, like this, what I just told you about her is absolutely true. The energy that you're going to feel today, oh my gosh. So, welcome to the show, Mia.
Hey, Carly. Thanks for having me on again. I always have such a great time talking to you that we completely go off on tangents, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more tell us how you got here. Like, how'd you get into this line of work?
So it's actually been quite a journey to even figure out how I started with this. And just a very quick, easy way to let you know, for my past birthday, my sons gave me a birthday card that said, "Happy birthday to my first life coach." So
Love it.
I have basically always helped people by coaching them. And even like as a high school student, I talked to my friends about journaling. As a stay-at-home mom, I kept my friends informed about the latest self-help thing that I thought was relevant. I gave people journals for their birthday, that kind of thing. So it was really just a natural progression to doing what I do. And
here we are.
I actually wake up every day thankful that I am living the life I'm living because I just love it, right?
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
And it's the privilege, right?
So tell us, I know that, we had talked a little bit, before we hit record today on the show about how we could support folks around time management and the media overload, especially with everything that's going on in the world at the time of this recording. So
Yeah.
do you mind sharing a little bit about, what we can do to better manage our time and better manage our relationship to media right now?
Yeah, actually, so everything seems to be coming to a head right now as far as everybody, not everybody, most people are very, very triggered at the moment by anything that happens because we're so walking on eggshells. And many people are full of fear for their future, fear for their families, and tired of the uncertainty. Because we don't like to live in uncertainty. We like to know what's going forward. But I actually think there is a reason why it's 2020 and we're going through this right now, because out of this period of craziness will come some clarity. But that doesn't help us in the moment right now. So when you said when you wake up in the morning and the first thing that you do is check your phone, it's actually when I wake up in the morning, I check my phone and I read my devotional.
Love it.
And it's actually part of my morning ritual to get myself ready to start my day. And then at the end of the day, my ritual is to review my devotional, do some reading, do some journaling to process my day. And that's actually all part of what some people think of as that dirty phrase, time management. And it's just really having rituals that nurture yourself and help you feel prepared and process your day. And it is not, especially for those of us who are business owners and small business owners, or solopreneurs, which is what I am, and I use a lot of different independent contractors, we really need to pay attention to caring for ourselves and time management, because we don't have a boss telling us, evaluating us. We just have to do self-evaluation. And I actually told a friend of mine yesterday, I'm the worst boss in the world to myself, right? Because I don't praise myself enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when we, especially right now when we're living in uncertainty and we have a 24/7 news cycle and it likes to be focused on the negative, we need to it helps us to feel in control of something. So if we carefully manage what our schedule looks like, when the schedule goes all haywire, we at least know that it's haywire temporarily, and we can course correct and come back to what is on the schedule. And key to that is having a realistic schedule. Like, so let's, instead of thinking that we're going to go down this long to-do list and get everything done, we have to realize we are busy because we're still in business. So overwhelm is feeling like you're out of control. So if we take control of our time, we can control a thing that actually helps us to feel better, right?
Yeah.
And so if we just plan to do 3 things every day and get those 3 things done, that's a huge pat on the back where you can say, I got these 3 things done and it's part of my overall plan. And, I've been telling my friends all along, like, I'm in plan Z now for 2020 because plans are out the window, but not really, because a plan is simply an intended course.
Mm-hmm.
And you course correct. And right now we course correct every minute.
Yeah.
And part of that is because we're surrounded by this media that likes to confuse us and, bring us up in alarm.
Yeah. Well, so
And
what
so
I'm
we have to just control that, right?
Yeah, and so what I'm receiving from what you're sharing is that, one of the things that we can do to calm our nervous system and to lower our stress around our day to day is just starting with those morning and evening rituals. Like everything else throughout
Yes.
our day may go crazy. We might get, for
We'll
instance,
go crazy.
it will, it may be some of it. Yeah, I've had a few days where it's gone as planned, but, for instance, even
Hooray.
myself, right? On Monday, I
Right.
learned that one of my team members is not going to be able to stay on board, and I've got
Oh, that's so
7 days
sad.
notice, right? And that was not as planned. But I started, for me, luckily, I'm still working on the evening stuff, but in the morning, I had my grounding. I did my meditation. I work on transforming limiting beliefs. I do all of this stuff in the morning, and it's not only my sense of control, but it's the nurturing so that I can show up and manage everything
Absolutely.
that
Yeah.
comes my way. So that's the first thing that I'm receiving. And the second thing that I'm receiving is that we have to be realistic about what we can accomplish. Like, how long does
Mhm.
this task take? Okay, maybe double it, put
Yeah.
it on the calendar. And
And my mentor said to remember that practice is perfection.
yeah,
So not expecting ourselves to be perfect at the doing, but expecting us to continually try, and the practice is
that
the
dedication.
important part, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. So, for those of you who are listening, we want to know, do you have a morning routine? Do you have an evening routine? What is it? Let us know in the comments below. And if you are feeling overworked and you're feeling exhausted, I've got some good news for you. The Stress Less Company works with high achieving CEOs, business owners, and managers just like you to find that sense of peace and freedom they desire. And as a result of our work together, they learn how to properly manage their time, tasks, and energy so that they can experience more free time, efficiency, and yes, even prosperity. Sounds pretty great, right? Well, you can apply for a complimentary Stress Less Clarity session today by visiting stresslessco.com/apply. Now, this concludes this episode of the Stress Less Show. I want to give Mie a one last big shout out and thank you. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And I also want to know, where can we find you?
You can actually have a chat with me for just about 20 minutes at bit.ly/FP chat 20. And, or you can find me on LinkedIn or Facebook.
Awesome. And
And
we'll make
Finding
sure to
Peace.
have those links in the show notes for you guys. So don't worry about panicking to write anything down right now. Now, if you've enjoyed this week's episode, let us know by giving us a big old thumbs up and hitting that follow or subscribe button. Thanks for listening. Share if it resonated, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Thanks, Carly. Bye.